Hello everyone, I Sudeepti, a mental fitness and transformation coach, is once again in front of you with another topic, but along with it, a few more excerpts from my life. And today, what I'm going to do is, I'm not going to tell you about my topic. Today, I'll just talk about the excerpts, and you have to identify that about what I am talking. So, I'm sure most of you who are watching me, who are talking to me, they know how to drive a car. So what happens when there is fog in the atmosphere? Do you stop driving? If suppose you have to travel from Meerut to Ghaziabad, then what will you do? From distance A, for example, if you don't know what is Meerut and Ghaziabad, then I would say that if you have to travel from point A to point B, and if there is fog in the atmosphere, what will you do? Will you think that there is fog, let's not drive? Or will you start your journey that okay, we will reach B once we start? We know where to reach and we know how to reach. It's just that I need to keep moving. And then you start your journey. And for the smaller distance, till such distance where your headlight is showing you the path, you keep moving. Until such time you keep moving, you have a belief in yourself, you have a faith in yourself that you will definitely reach the destination. So in order to reach the point B, we don't forget to enjoy the journey. We keep enjoying that journey which we are moving into, right? And I would also say that we do plan to reach the destination, but then we focus on what are the requirements we should have while moving from point A to point B, right? So we keep our focus like how to drive because there is fog in the way, there are troubles, but I have to focus on where I am driving. I don't focus on my destination B, I have to reach there, isn't it? Similarly, you must have seen, so I generally say, I tell people that it is, this nature is beautiful. It teaches us lot of things in a very simple way. It's just that we may learn, we may not learn. So what happened the other day that I had few seeds of tulsi plant and I sowed those seeds in the mud and then I was just watering it. 1 day passed, 2 days, 3 days, 4 days. I was just casual, it's okay, because I was taking care of other plants also. So I did water that plant also. And 10 days passed and nothing happened. I thought that okay, maybe there may be some difficulty, or maybe the seeds were not good enough. That's okay. But still, somewhere in my heart, I had a belief that there will be plants. So I kept watering the vase. And one day I could see a little saplings. So until 2-3 days back, I couldn't make out whether these saplings are of tulsi plant or they are just the weeds. Because when the saplings become a little larger, the leaves become a little bigger, then only you can identify whether it is a tulsi leaf or a normal. So I identified that finally it is a tulsi leaf, and now after some time I can add tulsi in my tea whenever I require, or maybe I can have it as a medicine. But how I made it happen? Because I was continuously providing the atmosphere, the environment to the seeds. I was just focused on my daily actions, that I have to be focused on creating the environment, taking all the actions in order to let the seed become a sapling, right? So I was just giving the environment. I have to put in my daily action. I have to put in water on a daily basis. Similarly, what happened one day that I had a problem of varicose veins earlier, and I had a belief that, not just a belief, it's a physical issue as well. So doctor generally tell these varicose veins patients that you should avoid walking, standing for a longer period of time, and there were a lot of complications. So I said, and few of my friends, they planned to go for an adventurous trip, and now this was my first time, so I was kind of skeptical whether I should go, whether I should not go, would I be able to manage or not, what I should do, I was unable to understand. Then I thought that I am a kind of person who keep limiting my self-limiting beliefs. Because anything, any belief which is stopping me to move ahead, any belief which is creating a fear in within me, I just need to get over it. Because डर के आगे जीत है. Do you know why I am saying that डर के आगे जीत है? Because डर came somewhere in 93 and जीत came somewhere in 96 or 97, I believe. Just check, I am not sure about the year, but I am sure that डर came earlier and then जीत. So whenever you bypass your fear, then only you get success. So there was a fear in me that I cannot do adventurous trips. I was very much skeptical whether I can do, whether I can't do. So I thought I should try at least. Without trying, if I am saying that no, I can't do, I don't feel it me. There's not essence of Sudipti. So I thought that I should try it first, and maybe probably if I am unable to do it, I'll stop in between. So I went on the trip, and the organizer asked all of us to reach the site, and where we are asked to do mountain climbing and rappelling. I was very much shocked because I haven't heard about them till then. Now I was like, mountain climbing, rappelling, so big, huge valleys, mountains, oh my god, I can't do it. And I simply denied. What did the organizer did? He divided all of us in different teams. Now we part of a team, I have to be a team player, and when you are a team player, you have to participate no matter what. You will have to work for the team's goal achievement, right? So I thought, Sudipti, everyone in your team is saying no. You will have to take the initiative, and then only you can push anyone else to participate. So I said, okay, I'll do rappelling, and you can now ask others. Now everyone said, okay, let's try, and we calculated that how many marks were for rappelling and how many marks were for mountain climbing. We added the total, and still a few marks were left. And then in the end, I felt like I can't let my team lose. So, okay, fine. There were two mountains. One was for 80 feet and other one was of 35 feet. So I said, okay, I won't be able to do 80 feet, but I'll try and do 35 feet. But even if I'm trying, and if I couldn't make it, then also you will be giving me the marks. He said, okay, we'll do that. Just try. We will take care of it. I said, okay. And then I started, and then I went for rappelling. While rappelling, what we have to do is we have to get hanged from the mountain, and we just have to hold the rope, and slowly and gradually we have to lose the rope. So I was not losing it. We get so scared that we don't lose what we currently have in our life. Sometimes God just gives you a push and wants to tell you, please release it. Just leave a little space between you and life. Just give it a space. Let the air pass. So slowly and gradually learn how to leave the rope. Not just leave, but you have to just keep your hands easy in the same pace. So I did it finally. When I completed the rappelling, I was so happy. I was so successful. I mean, I was feeling top of the world, that I have actually won the world. I was feeling like that. No one knew that I was feeling, but I felt like I have won the World Cup for India. So I was very happy because I won over my fear and I could make it. So I could win some marks for my team, and I was really very happy. Then what happened? Now the turn came for mountain climbing. In rappelling, you have something to hold, but in mountain climbing, you just need to hold the mountains. You have to take your fingers, use mountains. You have to make use of places which are available in the mountain, and you just have to adjust your feet and fingers in that mountain. You have to hold the mountain and move upwards. I'm telling for those people who don't know about it, just like me, I was not aware 2-3 years back. So maybe there may be someone who don't know about it. So I before initiating that mountain climbing, I was like, no, I can't do, and there was kuch hota hai. So there was a voice from inside, no, you should not do it, you won't be able to make it because you have a problem of varicose veins. And my legs were literally shaking, and the person who was supporting there, he said, ma'am, nothing will happen, कुछ नहीं होगा मैम, चढ़ जाओ आराम से, इस पहाड़ को पकड़ पकड़ के मैं बताता जाऊँगा, आप चढ़ते जाना, कुछ नहीं होगा, everything will be fine. I said okay, I will try, but please भैया मेरे साथ रहना. He said okay मैम, मैं आपके साथ हूँ, I am there only, down standing here, and you go on. He helped me to step a little upwards for around, he helped me to move upwards. After a few steps I was like kind of stuck because I was unable to find any place, and there was no place to keep my foot. I was wearing action shoes. I was unable to hold the mountain even from my hands, and I was feeling like losing everything, that as if life has finished. And what happened? Since I was so much scared, one thing I did is I turned back and saw that on the opposite side there was a complete jungle, and I got more scared. Then someone from the top told me that come up because the sun is going and saying bye bye, and once the sun will say bye, we will also say bye, and in the dark you won't be able to make it, so please come faster. Now this gave me a push, and then I just concentrated on the mountain and whatever instruction this supporter was giving me. I just followed his instruction and kept searching for a place where I could keep my hands, hold the mountain, and wherever I could keep my foot, the fingers, wherever I could maintain. I kept doing it, I kept searching, and finally just focusing on one step at a time. Instead of focusing on climbing the whole mountain, I just focus on one step at a time, and I reached the top. And finally I won the second time, won from my fears, and it was a huge success for me, and I was like, I won man of the match. Maybe if other ones were like, if even in case if some other team was winning, it doesn't matter really to me, because I won over my fears. So I was very happy, and that was a new learning which I learned from mountain climbing. So guys, I'm telling you that it is really important to focus on where we have to reach, to think about where we have to reach. We should know about it. Keeping that in mind, we have to make our strategies, we have to plan our actions. But once you decide your tasks, your action plan, then you have to break your action plan into your quarterly plans, then your monthly plans, and then from monthly plans you have to break it on a daily basis. Daily you have to keep your bit, daily you have to add your droplet, and then only you can fill a glass. If you are not putting in efforts on a daily basis, if you are not focused in what is there in your hand as of now, then you won't be able to make it until then. And you won't be able to enjoy the success even if you are completely stressed out, worn out throughout this journey. So you have to enjoy on a daily basis, enjoy your daily success, that wow, I have accomplished today's target and I have enjoyed learning it. I have enjoyed pursuing it. I have I'm committed on what I said. I committed that I'll complete this task, and this I have done it. So and in case if we are doing it, then there are a lot of extra benefits which we get. We remain self-motivated if we are saying that I am achieving daily success. We remain self-motivated. We don't need any external factor. We can monitor our progress on a daily basis. If we know that daily we are achieving success, okay, this task is done, I am successful. This day's task is done. This day's task is done. Okay, done. I am successful. So when daily I am visualizing it, I am saying that I am successful because I am putting my effort daily. And I am tracking. If I have not completed today's task, if I have not done my exercise today, then more likely I won't do exercise tomorrow as well. And slowly and gradually I will lose the momentum. So I have to win this success on a daily basis. I have to enjoy the journey. I just need to enjoy the journey first, because when we enjoy the journey, the success, the result, the outcome definitely comes to you. And even if it don't come, then also हार के जीतने वाले को बाजीगर कहते हैं. At least you will learn lot of techniques in order to reach that goal, that desired outcome. Or maybe you can help someone that, okay, you should not take this path because this way you can be misled, but this is the path which you can try, and with this path maybe you can succeed. And this is what we all successful people are doing, all the trainers fraternity are doing. Rahul Bhatnagar is doing, Amar Chaudhary is doing, Manish Sharma is doing, Vikas Nagru is doing, Mr. Anand Kulkarni, everyone is doing the same thing. Whatever they have done, they are just making other people aware that please don't do this. This will save your time and energy. So just listen to everyone, believe in yourself, have full faith in yourself, and keep putting in your bit every day. Focus that you are putting in your effort on a daily basis, so that definitely the success will come to you. बाबा रणछोड़ दास ने कहा है कि सफलता झक मार के आपके पास आएगी, and you will enjoy the whole journey as well. Otherwise बाजीगर तो बन ही जाओगे. So with this hope that my experiences would have opened your eyes, and maybe you are able to see something which is a reality of life from all of us life. I have not told something really new. I have just opened up few excerpts because nature is telling us everything within every single small moments which we are living. Just we need to open our eyes and see what is happening and what our actions, our failures, our success or incidents, repeated incidents are teaching us. Just open your eyes and consciously take action towards your success and focus on your daily actions, because if you are taking daily actions, then definitely you will achieve success.